Today I just want to share this. It's a how to step into your new level. So, with different life experiences and different life challenges, most of the times we feel reluctant to do what we're supposed to do to move us to a new level. This might sound, it might sound quite strange, but it's not strange to so many people. It's the common thing that we know. It's the common basic things that we know, and sometimes I remember for me, as I remember January 1st, I was saying, oh, I need to change. I need to step up to my new level. I need to change, I need to do this, I need to do that. I have so much long list of the things I want to do. That I have so much in the basket of the things I really, really want to accomplish. And I'm used to the same old tradition that I keep things, I keep piling things up until I get to January 1st to make a New Year resolution. This year I tried that. It didn't work out for me, to be honest to you. And I start looking into, I start reading journals, start looking into different things, and I couldn't come up with anything, So as I was going through some articles, and I find out that moving up to your new or to your next level is not something that you just wake up and you start doing. It's more of what you have, it's more of being in the process. So I actually write them down because I don't want to forget them. So I have almost 10 to 11 ways, things you can do to move to the next level. Like I said, these are more of the basic things that we all know, but I put them together just to make it easy for us. So please subscribe to my channel. My name again is Blessing Bello Olisa. If you are joining me for the first time, thank you for stopping by. And if you are my returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to share it, like it, comment your beautiful comment. And I am so glad to see you here. Okay, so I have number one. Number one is move beyond your fear. So if you are planning to move to your next level, this is number one first thing you have to do. Move beyond fear. Move beyond fear. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes fear is needed. Fear is needed because what fear does is to activate that internal strength. So sometimes fear is needed, but it gets bad when fear is the reason why you are not moving to your next level. So fear limits us to do some things that we naturally do, but we get so scared. We are fearful what's gonna happen, and we sit down to think so much. And why we are doing that, it's because of, it's like a compound fear that we have built up over a period of time. So if you can be able to break that boundary, if you can be able to break that fear, if you can be able to deal with that uncertainties that you don't know, that is actually a blocking, it's right here. It's a barrier for you to progress. It's a barrier for you to move on to the next level. Is fear. So if you can be able to deal with your fear, and there are so many things to do to deal with your fear. One is to understand what you are being fearful for. What is that thing that makes you uncomfortable? There are things that you don't even know them, but somehow you build that fear. And it can be as a result of a past event. It can be as a result of an experience that you have. For me, my fear comes to my previous experience that I have. So there are things that I want to do. This fear will be sitting right there in my front. It will be blocking me to move to my next step. But at the moment you understand what makes you feel, what are you scared of? Is it coming from the positive side, or is it coming from the negative side? So if it's something that you know that you can deal with at the moment, it's very, very beneficial to sit down to write these things down. What makes me scared? What do I do? How, there are some personal questions that you need to ask yourself. Because another thing might be is something trauma that happened long time ago. It might be a trauma that happened when you were a child. You don't even know that. But if you take your time to sit down to understand each aspect of it, it will be very, very easy for you to break it and move to your next level. So another thing is people are scared because they are trying to avoid failure. If you have a business, you never know the business, you just jump in. Of course, you're gonna fall, you're gonna fail, you're gonna lose the money. But the more you fail, the more you are successful. In fact, the ability is not the falling is the issue. It's the ability to stand up after you must have fallen. So if you can be able to stand up after you have fallen, you'll be able to break that boundary. Another thing is having the courage to take risks. This is my number 2. When I talk about having the courage to take risk, I have to do with your faith. How strong is your faith? How strong you know that within yourself, I can do this. So this is where you start to build your faith. You don't have to be a pastor to know this. As a person, you know how spiritual you are. You know how your journey has been. So it's the ability for you to build that faith. Now you are like a baby stepping into your new level. You need to build that, because it's this faith that you have built over a period of time is what will take you to your new level. And when you are falling, that is what will keep you not to fall, not to hit the ground. So it's the time for you to activate the desire to accomplish that greatness. And for you to do that depends on the amount of faith that you are able to put in this. My thought is to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Are you ready to go beyond? How ready are you to go beyond your limitation? Human being is built so diverse that there is so much you can do. There is so much you can do. Okay, I use like an example when I started in my entire whole life. I am a water freak. I freak out. Just at the sound of rain, I'm already start crying. My water phobia is nothing to none. But as time goes on, how old I am, I cannot even, I'm be honest to you, living in Florida, you should know how to swim. I don't go anything close to the pool. Nothing close. I mean, my children swim, but not me. So seeing the water wave, it looks like it's drowning me. But this is water phobia. One time, early days, it's like 4 months ago, I decided to learn. I decided to try this. I decided to break this barrier that this is my fear. I am up here. I need to stop. I need to break. I was so scared. It looks like this world is coming to an end for me. Somehow, I managed to break it. I did it step by step, one at a time. I'm giving this instant to tell you that you can literally do anything that you put your mind into. I'm confidently telling you as we speak, I can swim. I'm not swimming the ocean, but I can swim our pool. That's to tell you that once you challenge yourself and go beyond your limitation, there is nothing that is too hard for you not to achieve. So be willing to take that risk. The question is, how far are you willing to take the risk? How far are you willing to take the risk? If you're willing to take this risk, stepping to your next level is right here. And at the end of the day, you sit down to look at the risks that you take and the accomplishment. You'll be so happy that you did. I have my next points. Like I said, I wrote them down. I don't want to forget them. Is to climb beyond other people's opinion. Being a people's person, so many people are being caught up with this. So many people are being caught up with this. So many people live a life of other people. You cannot move to your next level if you are existing, if your existence is for other people. If there are things that you're doing and in your back mind, in your mind, you already know, or you already have this mind that, oh yes, let me do this, so I don't want this person. Once you already start involving others in the things that you want to do before you even do them, then that alone will stop you from stepping to your next level. So the next point is to climb, move beyond other people's opinion. I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I'm saying it for you not to hand your key of your happiness to somebody else. You are the key owner. You have that key to your upliftment in life. You have that key to your next level. Do not give it to somebody else. Because what happens is that the more you continue to live in somebody else's imagination or in somebody else's ideology, put it that way, you are caging yourself. It's like you build this barrier and you are the only one in there. Nobody else is with you. It's a mental thing. Until you are able to break that cage that you alone is in there, then you can step into your new level. So key to failure: stop trying to please everybody. This is the first key to failure. Stop trying to please everybody. I mean, there are role models, there are people that you want to learn. If it's something that you're trying to build and you see someone that have that and you can learn from it, yes, it's a positive thing to do. But I'm talking to the situation where you find yourself always trying to please others. You build that bridge for you to step to your new level. The next point I have is comfort. Oh, I love comfort a lot. I love comfort. I don't want to do anything that will take me from the zone that I'm used to. I don't want to do anything that will make me feel stressed. How do I know I'm stressed? I might start eating too much. I might start talking too much. I might start calling people that don't even need me to call. I might start engaging in a conversation that wouldn't even worth the time. I might just start doing something that I find myself normally I wouldn't do. So this is taking you, I mean, comfort is okay, but when you know that there are things that you're supposed to do, but then you are leaning towards comfort. So you don't want to step off from your comfort zone. This will stop you from moving to your next level. So don't be complacent. Don't. I mean, comfort can wait until you get to your next level. In this, the instance can be you want to save. I remember how hard it was for me to save $1,000, just $1,000. It's so hard because I don't have, I haven't developed that ability to say this is what I want at this time and this is what I don't want at this time. So I ended up spending my money shopping, buying things that I don't even use. I'll be honest to you in this video, I don't use it. I don't need it. But when I'm so stressed, I just jump in the mall and then I start shopping. Trying to please, trying to keep myself in my comfort zone that I'm used to. Until I learn that for me to step to my next level in life, I have to delay discomfort at this time. I don't want this right now. Yes, comfort is fine, but this, I don't want it right now. I want to do this. I want to keep my $5. I want to keep my $10. I want to keep my $20. I have to start as a baby. This is how I step out from my comfort zone just to achieve to save $1,000. And the next one that I have is to define your limit belief system. To define your limit belief system. Inability to move along. Sometimes our belief system comes as a boundary. You know how people go to church, have different things they believe, have a different way they do things, and it works for them because they believe in some certain ways. We have cultures, we have traditions. But I'm talking when your belief system is affecting you from moving to your next level. Most time we have it obsessed, like in our mental state. We have it sitting right there. We are okay, let it stay right there. This is what I know. This is my belief. But in reverse, the belief is keeping you from stepping to your new level. You have to do a cross check, like cross and balance. Does this thing makes me get this? Does it make me gain this? Am I learning anything? Is this stopping me from getting what I'm supposed to get? Is this stopping me from developing a new growth? Is this stopping me from learning a new things that I can use as a skill, or I can use? Is this stopping me from getting a lot of profit that I'm supposed to get at this time? There's so much belief system that is being seen or known in a certain group of people. So is that belief system stopping you from moving ahead in life? Is this stopping you to get what you're supposed to get in life? So you have to do a cross and check balance to see how your belief system affects you. Another thing is to face your demon. I cannot stop talking about this. Most of my videos, I have talked about this a lot of time. I tell you this, like I said, on January, I start doing my New Year resolution or revolution, whatever it's called. But this is a demon you have. It's a time for you to face it. If you really, really want to move to your next level in life, which means you are seeing yourself as a potential of richness. You are seeing yourself as a potential of growing of gaining more skills. You're seeing yourself. Let me give you an example. I used to see people buying stocks as, are they out of their mind? Until one day, one of my coworkers stopped me. And he's like, oh, Blessing, how much are you investing? I said, excuse me, please don't even talk about investing. I need to eat first before talking about investment. I just shovel it. And he was like, girl, are you not? I say, yes, I'm not. I have this, it's my own demon, right? It's my own demon. I have this that if I ever tried a stock market or something, I'm gonna fail. I already have it. I don't even need anyone to tell me. A friend of mine called me and was telling one of the stock, Nvidia or something. It's like an AI stock. Then it was like, I believe it was $5 or $7, if I don't remember, as of the time I was told. He said, yeah, you don't even have to put $1,000. Put something. Put 100. Put 200. I didn't listen because I could not face my demons. I could not. I was not bold enough to face my demons. Now that stock have quadruple, quadruple or whatever you have to, it's like times 10 or times 15 of the profit. Can you imagine if I have confronted my demon at that time? I would not be sitting there and be doing it. I'll be okay right now in terms of, stock. Not like a millionaire, but I will have something that I can say, this is what I have. But I was not bold to confront my demon. And that opportunity went away. So I'm making this video to tell you, it's time to confront that demon. Another thing that make us to stay right there, like I tell you, you are your own monster. And when I say this is that most of the time we're fixated with the past. Our past can be our demons. Our traumas can be our demons. Our comfort zone can be our demons. We are fixated. We are stuck with this past that we cannot shovel it on the side. We cannot trample on it and move to the next level. We cannot shackle it away from us. We cannot open this new brighter curtain and see life and see the world in a different way, because we are so drawn to the past and we keep having blames. We keep having blames. Be the change you want. So for you to move to the next level, you have to face that thing that is your demon. That thing that is your monster. It's time for you to face it. And once you face it, once you're able to break it, and there's so many things to do to break it, confront it. Like I said, when I did with stock, my demon was lack of knowledge. I don't know anything. I wasn't even ready to read. I wasn't even ready to watch videos. I was not ready to just walk up in the bank and ask a question. I have money saved. I don't know what I really don't know anything about it, because I was not ready to face that. I don't want to walk in the bank and they will start telling me stories that I don't want to hear. At the time I understand that I have to form the knowledge to read about stocks. I want to read. I want to know. What can I do? I start asking around. I start asking people. I start placing calls. If I see anything, I ask. I want to know. Teach me. I face my demons. I face that demon right there. And that's how I step to my new level. And another thing is that, another point that I have is, don't be too fixated with the good things that is coming to your way. I will still say it again. Sometimes we take time to write out Number one, I want this. Number two, I want that. Number three, I want that. And we see the good. It's okay. But then don't be fixated with that. Because when you start to be fixated, you start to be obsessed. And when you start to be obsessed, your whole concentration does not go anywhere else. It just boils down to this. And this can be a very big stress for you. And when you build up that stress because you are too fixated to this, you're too focused to this, that will create a negative feedback to you. And sometimes when you like that, you can't even reach to this goal. So because of this, I have another idea that I put in place, which is forget the big idea. The next point is to forget the big idea. Yes, we want to achieve this big and massive goal, but forget the big idea. You know why I say that? Life is step by step, one day at a time. Sometimes if we have so much that we write and we want to accomplish it at one time, you ending up not accomplish anything. But if you take it one step at a time, you will find that you will accomplish more than you want to have the whole thing at one time. You ending up not achieving any. So I like to say this: live with the idea of one thing at a time, one step at a time, one achievement at a time, one goal at a time. Make it very simple. If you make it very simple, then it's achievable. And if you make it simple, then the time that you put in there is reasonable, and the goals are reasonable, which means it's obtainable. But if it's not one day at a time, you have everything like cluster like this, you will ending up being, you won't achieve none of them. So if you really want to step to your next level, you have to take it one step at a time, one accomplishment to the other. And the last one I have is to declutter yourself. The last point I have is to declutter yourself. If I mean decluttering yourself, there is no magic pill of moving to the next level. There is no magic pill. You just have to understand the basics. You just have to understand the fundamentals. You just have to understand the foundation. So there is no magic pill. But this is the last one, decluttering yourself. If I say decluttering yourself, I'm referring to cleansing yourself. Cleanse yourself from the things you listen. Are there something that you need to listen at that time? So if you set up a goal on this, you should be able to know that these are the information that I need at this time. So for the rest, declutter yourself from them. You can declutter yourself from the group that you are at that time. If you want to move to the next level to achieve something different from your norm, to be better in life, then you need to declutter yourself from your environment, the environment that you are, and you have not grown. You haven't gained that you so desired. Check your environment first. Is this environment good for me? Do I need to leave? And if I say environment, I'm talking about where you live, room you stayed, who is your neighbor, who do you talk to, who are your friends, what is the group, what are you listening on the TV, what are you doing on social media? Are they the things that is helping you, or are they the thing that is taking what you have already? It should be about building your desire. It should be about waking up your positive energy. It should be about go getting. So you need to declutter yourself. You need to declutter your mind. You need to declutter your energy. You need to set a time aside and take it out. Take it out. Declutter yourself. Declutter your room. Look at what you don't need. It might be time to throw things away. You know, when you clean up your house or your home or your apartment, wherever you're residing, when you clean up that small little area, it goes a long way to help you in your mental health. It provides you a new refreshment. It provides you a brighter view. And if you're a visual person, the better you see, the better your brain absorbs things. And the better you see, a lot of rooms to improve on. With all of these things, and you practice one at a time, and you add the ones you know already, I will assure you, you will move to your next level. You have been watching me, you have been listening to me up to this time. I hope you have subscribed, and if you have loved this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share my videos, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time in my next video. Peace out.